Hi everyone, I just thought I'd put a short video together just to give you some information leading up to the first assessment. So thank you for those who attended the first Blackboard Collaborate session. The recording is available if you click on the synchronous icon, which is located on the main page for our unit, and you scroll halfway down the page, you'll see our recording from the live session. So lots of information was provided in that session about the first assessment, but what I have in front of me here is just the overview of the assessments with their weighing, their word count and their due dates. So I just want to draw your attention to the aligned learning outcomes that we have on the right hand side next to assignment 1. So of course the first assignment is a draft assignment. It is worth 40%, but it does carry a hefty 3,000 word count, and it is due in week 7. So what I'd really like you to start doing is thinking about maximizing the opportunities to connect with me so that we can go through and start planning out your first assessment. If you draw your attention to part A, which is integrate key learning in the social sciences developed in the course, what I'd like you to do for this week, guys, is to just think about at level 1 and possibly level 2, picking out the courses and the units of your study that has had a significant impact on how you've understood the social sciences as you come towards the end of your degree programme. Under section B, the learning outcome aligned with this assignment says that we need to critically evaluate this course experience. And as you will listen in the Blackboard Collaborate recording, I talked a lot about in that session about weighing up the pros and cons of particular units of study, what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy about a particular unit, but also to incorporate some of that knowledge into your assessment and some of the feedback that you received from educators. So this is where we move to C, where you are demonstrating skills in reflective practice, because effectively you are reflecting back on those experiences. So the final section of this learning outcome for D, sorry, I keep hitting the bold there, is to identify the operation of key concepts from social theory to real world settings. So just for this week, have a think about what did I study at levels 1 and 2, if you can get that far. What units of study am I interested in exploring in this assignment? What types of marks did I receive? How did I understand the unit and the content? What examples from that work can I use to showcase my developing knowledge in the social sciences? And remember, at level 1, you might have had very limited knowledge. So your reflections should really be reflecting on where it might have been difficult or challenging, or where you might have had much more scope for improvement, perhaps in your feedback from educators. It could have been where you had an epiphany where what you thought or your deepest beliefs and assumptions about the world started to become a little bit more formalized when you got introduced to theory. So my experience of learning sociology many years ago was that those theories actually allowed me to make sense of my world and what I was experiencing. So I was very grateful for that opportunity, so that I didn't feel as though it was just something that I thought of, my opinions, my beliefs. It was actually supported. It doesn't have to be just social sciences units. You can look at a range of units you explored. I will leave it there. I'm not going to move on to assignment 2 on this little podcast, but I just wanted to touch base with you visually, but also to show you the aligned learning outcomes for assessment 1 and to get you really thinking about jotting down some of those notes. Remember that tomorrow evening there is a live chat at 8 p.m. So that's just a simple messenger opportunity, and then I will touch base with you again at the end of the week just to organise our next Blackboard Collaborate session. I hope you're travelling all really well. Have a fantastic week, and I'll chat soon. Thanks, guys.